Good morning, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101. And for today's stock review, we will be going over GameStop. Now, I don't know if any of you guys are gamers. I know that I'm a gamer. Every now and again, I get into my little game room that I made for myself, and I just play some Madden. That's all I've really been playing. I think I got Madden, I got Call of Duty, and I have another one. But now I'm on the verge of about to buy that new PlayStation 5 because I'm not going to lie, I love video games. I'm still a kid at heart, which most of us are. Now, granted, when it comes to investing, I believe that GameStop potentially in the next 2 to 3 months could be a good buy for you because we understand that Christmas is coming along and a lot of people are going to be buying their kids a PlayStation 5 and also the Xbox Series X, I believe it is. But nonetheless, people are going to be using GameStop as an entity to go and buy video games for their kids or even for themselves. There's a lot of adults. There's a lot of grown people playing video games, for example, myself. So I believe that this may be a good stock for your portfolio. Nonetheless, let's get into the review so you guys can possibly see if this is a good buy for you or not. I'm still on the fence about it. So I really don't know, but they're making some moves with Microsoft. Okay, because they had a partnership with Microsoft because you can never go to GameStop and find a lot of PlayStations. I don't know if you ever noticed that. You'll find a couple of old ones here and there, but they have an exclusive deal with Microsoft that they'll be releasing a lot of their Xboxes. But nonetheless, that's maybe something you guys don't know because you're not gamers. Don't let the 44% hold on this particular stock scare you by any chance. Because, again, we have to look futuristically on some stocks to see what type of deals they're brokering and also the contracts. All right. Over the past 5 years, GameStop has been down almost 70%. Okay. That's a big round down. But the past year, they've been up 144%. The last 3 months, 196% rather. 1 month, 98%. 1 week, 35%, and today they are down 5%. Now, we understand the reason why they're doing so well in the past 3 months, past year, COVID-19. A lot of people are staying at home playing video games. I got it, okay? GameStop engages in the retail of multi-channel video game, consumer electronics, and wireless services. It operates through the following segments: United States, Canada, Australia, and Europe. The United States segment includes the retail operation electronic commerce website, www.gamestop.com and thinkgeek.com. Game Informer magazine, which I get every now and again. The Canada segment comprises of retail and e-commerce businesses. The Australia segment refers to the retail and e-commerce operations in Australia and New Zealand. So, of course, they're also in Europe. So these guys are in not only other countries, but other continents. New Zealand is close, but no one goes to New Zealand, but they're in New Zealand. So GameStop is essentially still growing because they just got in Europe. I want to say this year, I had this popped up. Let me see here. Here we go. It says retail stores throughout the United States, Canada, New Zealand, and Europe as of February 1, 2020. So it shows you right there. Let me blow that up in case you couldn't see that. But they just got into New Zealand and the European market in 2020. So they are still growing regardless of COVID-19 or not. That's actually pretty good. All right. Their headquarters right here in Grapevine, Texas, but back in 1984, their headquarters was in Dallas. Okay, just to give you some more information with that. Their CEO is George E. Sherman, roughly 14,000 employees. And look at the dividends here for you guys who just love those low dividends, because when we go into it and you see how much money that is, let me see, stock price, $12.66, $13, I'm going to round up at 9.90%, 25 to 35 cents, whatever. All right, here are the collections, hardware, Texas top movers. Here's some of the big stories, the headlines. Again, I love to tell you guys about the news stories because we know that's where a lot of information is when it comes to your stocks. It says here, GameStop share surge on Microsoft partnership, key term, keyword. GameStop signs multi-year cloud and hardware deal with Microsoft. That is huge. What that is telling me is Microsoft is going to use GameStop. Okay, it's going to use GameStop, and GameStop is going to build a platform, or already has a platform, where you guys can go in through your Microsoft system, your Microsoft gaming system, okay, your Xbox, and actually play games either on their servers, or you have the ability to download games from the GameStop servers to your hardware. So that's huge. That's a huge deal. That's going to keep GameStop afloat, and that's going to take some pressure and some resources off Microsoft hand. Okay. Okay. See again. Now, this is where it gets kind of gray for me, because these analyst ratings should have changed. Now, depending on this news, let's look at the news again. It is imperative. So no, okay, they didn't reanalyze anything within the past 24 hours, so I can see why this sale is still at 33%, hold at 44%, and buy at 22%. I can understand this because of what's going on in this time right now. Good morning, Ashley Hawkins. Thank you for joining me this morning. All right, earnings. Look at this. Q4, they were way up. Now, when it comes to video game companies, they're always up Q4. You know why, right? Christmas, of course. You guys knew that. Then Q1 to Q2, you see a slight uptick in the stock movement. I want to believe that Q3, whenever they post that it will be absolutely up. It will be way, 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 way up. Because again, people are staying at home. People are playing video games all day, you know, with their unemployment checks. I don't know. I'm just speculating. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. People also bought, I have no idea, Ford Motors, AMC, GoPro, Bed Bath & Beyond, has nothing to do with GameStop, okay? Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, if you want to join me here live, there's a link in the chat right there. So that's all you have to do is join me and click the link. Let's move on. All right. So GameStop in the past year has went up $2.57 to $13.64. That is a lot of movement. That someone became rich off this stock. I'm pretty sure. Someone is cheesing and getting in and laughing, and they in St. Thomas, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, all the saints. That's where they at. On one of those tropical islands, and I'm jealous because I didn't put $10,000. I didn't put $20,000 into GameStop, okay? Because that would have been pretty much all the money I have. So I want to invest it all. All right, earnings per share. They're almost down $5 when it comes to that, but I believe that this Microsoft deal is going to help them tremendously. And that can kind of sway you one way or another in case you want to invest in the stock. Okay, 38 cents dividend. So I was off by 3 cents. I said 25 to 35 cents per share. So is that 38 cents? Okay, so they give you 38 cents per share. Not really nothing significant to report. Now, here is a story that I want you guys to share with you guys of what's going on. It says here, GameStop shares 45% higher on Thursday. This occurred Thursday. And it says GameStop, which already sells Microsoft flagship Xbox gaming console, said it would now offer a 2-year digital subscription. Okay, digital subscription package with the consoles to players at no upfront cost. So are they giving out a loan? Are they giving out like no upfront cost? What does that mean? You know, I'm always skeptical when they say you don't have to pay in the beginning. I'm like, okay, what's the catch? Is there interest that I'll have to be paying on this subscription service? I always think about things like that. So that's something to keep in mind, guys. Several analysts are expecting November launch of the Xbox Series X and rival Sony PlayStation 5 to boost sales for GameStop. So they're selling both consoles. So people are going to be in there signing the what's the list? I forgot the name of the list. Put in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. When you sign up prematurely to get, early, the early list. I forgot what it's called. It says, which has been reeling under losses driven by coronavirus-led disruptions and delayed console purchases ahead of the new cycle. So I can understand GameStop not doing so well when the coronavirus first hit, because GameStop is a actual physical brick and mortar store. But if they move digital, I think their sales will tremendously go up. And that is why they're brokering the deal. They're brokering the contract with Microsoft when it comes to cloud space and also hardware services. So they're going to do absolutely well. It says here that Brokerage Jeffrey said the agreement provides GameStop access to revenue created at the gamer level instead of solely on the piece of content sold. So again, this is going to help them out tremendously. And a little more information states, GameStop, which did not disclose the financial terms of the deal, said they plan to roll out Microsoft 365 services and workplace messaging app Teams in its stores and equip stores associated with the new Surface device. Okay. And the information goes on and on and on. So I'm just giving you guys a little bit of information about GameStop. I believe that if you're going to buy this stock, if you're going to purchase this stock, if you're going to invest in the stock, I will really say short term, meaning that after December, a little bit after January, they're still growing though. I don't want to jump. I don't want to jump the gun too soon and say get rid of it. But I'll say please watch this stock. I would say it's probably a buy now. Okay, buy now when it's really low because we understand the uptick. And I'm going to show you this really quickly. This is off of Google. Okay, let's see the past 5 years. Let's see their highest. Look at this. Now at their highest back in 2015, which we were more in stores than online, it was $46 a share. And now it's all the way down to $12.73. But every year, let's go back here, see the uptick here at $15.93. And that was during January. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? So right here, let me see if I can blow this up. You probably didn't see that. Right here, January 18th, right after Christmas, you see an uptick after they compute all the quarterly sales. They say, oh, they did really, really good. So their stock price shot up from, let's see, right here, they were around $15, $16. Right here, it was around $13. So if you get it at 12, if it even gets close to $16, you guys are going to make a good profit. And then after that, what happens? So right after January and February, what did it do? It dropped $4 a share. You see what I'm talking about? That's why I say, hey, watch this short term because the analytics is telling me that, oh, right in the fourth quarter, they do really, really well, and then they drop off again, okay? So let's go back to 2018. Let's look at this. Right here, there was around $16.31. Then they popped up to $19. You see it in December as people are gearing up to go buy their kids and themselves Christmas gifts, okay? So the uptick, then we got January. It went from 19 to 18. Not a big drop, okay? But then, look, we're getting to February. You see it start to decline, right? So again, this looking at those past 2 years, I would say, yeah, buy it now at $12, roughly $13, and then look for, early to mid-January to get rid of it, okay? Short term. Think about this short term. You can make some money in and out, okay? In and out. All right, what else do I have for you guys? Oh, this particular stock that I'm about to show you came by, I forgot the gentleman's name. He's an Indian gentleman. I don't want to butcher his name. I believe the name is Ankit, A-N-K-I-T. But he told me to look at this particular share, and I thought I'll give him a look. And this particular stock is called AC Immune. They deal in Alzheimer's disease, okay? Alzheimer's disease. And from what I can tell, it's a very, very volatile stock. But at one point, they got all the way up to $16 and almost 30 cents a share, okay? And that was back in 2018. They're down at $5 a share today. Again, this is a very, very volatile stock here. It's in that pharmaceutical, biopharmaceutical sort of sector. So again, with a lot of them, they put out medicines, they put out prescriptions, they put out, vaccines and cures. And when you're taking this medicine, if a lot of people versus, the masses versus the minority of people that take this particular drug, they have a lot of side effects. They incur a lot of issues, and these stock prices go down because of lawsuits, people suing, people reporting a lot of side effects. So if I go back here, of course, majority of the stock market during March timeframe, COVID-19 hit. Then they dropped all the way down to $4, and then they popped back up to $7.58. Now they are extremely down. Look at this big drop right here in September. So a lot of people were up at $9. Now they're down at $5 a share. Okay, $5 a share. So this is a lot to really take into. I'm gonna go over it very briefly because I'm doing this particular stock review by honorable mention. I'm not behind this one. Primarily, I'm not saying that it won't move, but right now it's really, if you want to be a very safe investor, which no investment is safe, but they are safer investments. Okay, I'm not trying to play on words. That's just what it is. Okay, but AC Immune engages in the discovery and development of the therapeutic and diagnostic product for neurodegenerative diseases. It leverages proprietary technology platform to discover, design, and develop novel proprietary medicines for prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of neurodegenerative diseases associated with protein misfolding. The company was founded by Jean-Marie Claude. Some of these are French words. I don't know. I don't want to butcher none of their names, but it was established in 2003. It's headquartered in Switzerland. And of course, the name is AC Immune, 132 employees, founded in 2003. Pharmaceuticals is the collections with Switzerland. And here are their quarterly earnings. Okay. They're not doing so well, in my opinion. Then if you guys want to get into the weed of things, here's their website, and they mainly handle Alzheimer's disease. It says, at AC Immune, we are passionate about making a difference in the lives of people affected by Alzheimer's and other neurodegenerative diseases. Our goal is to become the global leader in precision medicine of neurodegenerative disease. That is one of the biggest challenges facing society today and future generations. And if you guys are not familiar with Alzheimer's, then you know that's when you, as you get older and you become elderly, you lose your memory. I mean, you forget people, places. I mean, you forget a lot of things. You don't forget, how to eat, how to use the bathroom, but mostly you forget people and names and places. You're very unfamiliar. It's a very, very terrible disease. I have no idea. I won't get into it. But nonetheless, I'm glad to see Let's Get It in the room. I like to see Mitchell Liggins in the room. Thank you guys for joining me this morning. Hopefully you guys caught my session last night. Okay, hopefully you guys caught my session last night. I was on one, and I absolutely love the video. Even though I could have turned down just a little bit, I was very loud. And there's an echo inside of the speakers with some of the videos I was playing. But nonetheless, I hope you guys understand that the power that you hold economically is also attached to you politically, and that includes your vote. That's all I have for this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me. If you guys have any questions, you guys have any comments, this is the time to actually ask those questions and state your comments. There's a link in the chat room right there. If you guys have any questions, I'll be on for the next 20 seconds. If not, I will be moving right along and continue on with my day. Is there any comments or anything that I need to address that anybody wants me to? All right. Is there anything? Anyone want to join? Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is my time for today. I may be coming on a little bit later and give you guys some great financial information and also some motivation. Enjoy your weekend and have a great and wonderful morning. This is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. You guys have a great morning. I'm out.